Taylor Cherie Anderson. Travis R. Pasquet. Camille Carey Beating, graduating summa cum laude. William John Sexton. Hayden Lopez, graduating cum laude. Tyler Derek Cobb. Sophia Bosch. Zoe Muhammad. Tanner Brandt Swallow. Jada Terrell, graduating magna cum laude. Please join me in another round of applause for our Bachelor of Science graduates. Dr. Brian Snyder, Coastal Environmental Science Program Director, would like to say a few words regarding the graduates.
Thank you, Bob. Good morning. It is an honor to get to say a few words to the graduates of our bachelor's degree program in coastal environmental sciences. First, I want to address the parents, families, friends, and anyone who supported these students during their time at LSU. I want you to know that you should be immensely proud of these graduates. They achieved something that few people could. They passed classes like calculus, organic chemistry, and physics, while balancing jobs, undergraduate research, sports, clubs, and making lifelong friends along the way. Today, they are among the best educated people in the world. Less than 7% of the world population has a college degree, and just a tiny fraction of them have completed a program as rigorous as this one. Celebrate them. They earned it. But now to the students. I just told your families that you achieved what few other people could have accomplished, and that is true. But for you, that's not a reason to celebrate. It's an obligation. You have been given a gift. Your families invested in you, the faculty and staff invested in you, even the people of Louisiana invested in you. We all sacrificed for your education. But we didn't do it just for you. We did it because you are our hope for the future. We all want to make the world a better place, and we decided that the best way to do that was to educate you. Today is when that investment starts to pay off. By now, you know that our world has some severe environmental challenges. In fact, severe environmental challenges could have been the name of your major. Air pollution, climate change, erosion, freshwater scarcity, microplastics, ocean acidification, overfishing, subsidence. We have dozens of critical environmental issues which collectively threaten billions of lives. My generation and every prior generation has failed to solve these challenges. In fact, we've made them all much worse. Sorry about that. But if we couldn't solve any of our environmental problems, we could at least give you the education to solve them for yourselves. Now that you're among the best educated people on the planet, and now that you are one of just a tiny sliver of people who understands the environmental systems on which all our lives depend, the task of solving our environmental challenges falls to you. Admittedly, that's sort of a big task, and there are just 22 of you. But you have an advantage. You're not just well-educated. Everyone who graduates today from LSU is well-educated. But you are also passionate. You chose this degree because you wanted to make a difference in the world. You wanted to make the world a better place. You wanted to make people healthier, the planet safer, and our communities more just. You believe that you can, and I believe that you're right. In fact, we all do. We would not have invested in you if we didn't believe that you could and would create a fairer and more sustainable society. I know that as the years go by, you will forget much of what you learned in your classes at LSU, but I hope that you never forget the passion that you started with. I hope that you remember that you can change the world. And I hope that you remember that everyone who has ever made the world a better place first believed that they could. So today is a celebration of your achievements, and you have already achieved so much. But I know that your dreams don't end here. Your dreams for yourselves are bigger than today. They should be. But believe it or not, our dreams for you are greater still. And so as great as your achievements are, we don't call this day achievement, but commencement, because today is the day when our dreams for your future commence. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Snyder. We will now continue with the presentation of the diplomas to the graduates receiving a Master of Science degree in the Department of Environmental Sciences. Graduates will proceed across the stage after their name is called. Dr. Armbrust will present you with your diploma, and Dean Wilson will present you with the gift from the College of the Coast and Environment. Morgan Ulmer. Title of paper: How effective are Louisiana's wastewater permitting and enforcement programs in reducing pollutant discharges? Destin Garcia. Title of paper: Evaluating the effectiveness of outreach programs to engage well owners in testing and protecting their drinking water supply. Ralph Sherwood Oglesby III. Title of paper: Evaluating fecal coliform as a water quality indicator in Louisiana oyster harvesting, historical development, scientific basis, and Alternative Approaches. His degree is being presented by his uncle, College of the Coast and Environment faculty, and the LSU Office of Research and Economic Development Vice President, Dr. Robert Twilley. We will now continue with the presentation of the diplomas for the graduates receiving a Master of Science in the Department of Oceanography and Coastal Sciences. I would like to ask Dr. John White to proceed to the backdrop. He will present you with your diplomas, and Dean Wilson will present you with a special gift from the College of the Coast and Environment. Howard Patrick Dunleavy. Thesis title, Using Long-Term Data to Understand Estuarine Ecology and Develop Educational Tools. Major Professor, Dr. Stephen Midway. Sophia Severe Lingo. Thesis title, Greenhouse gas fluxes across a sediment organic matter gradient in active delta. Major Professor, Dr. Robert Twilley. Please join me in another round of applause for our master's graduates. We will now bestow the Doctor of Philosophy degrees. In a doctoral student's studies, the role of mentors is particularly strong. The student's major professor, assisted by other members of the faculty, closely guides the student's research and writing. The doctoral hood is a symbol of the student's accomplishment and full membership in the fellowship of academia. The doctoral students who cross the stage today are accompanied by his or her mentor, usually his or her major professor. This person will assist in hooding his or her student with the doctoral hood. For the PhD graduates in the Department of Environmental Sciences, Dr. Armbrust will present you with your diploma, and Dean Wilson will present you with the gift from the College of the Coast and Environment. As I call your name, please come forward to be hooded. Sean Christopher Reagan. Dissertation title, Cancer Screening Resilience During the COVID-19 Pandemic. Major Professor, Dr. Vince Wilson. Congratulations, Dr. Reagan. For the PhD graduates in the Department of Oceanography and Coastal Sciences, Dr. White will present you with your diploma, and Dean Wilson will present you with the gift from the College of the Coast and Environment. As I call your name, please come forward to be hooded. Diseasescapes, a multi-scale approach to understanding marine disease in stony corals. Major Professor, Dr. Michael Dance. Congratulations, Dr. Carpenter. Benjamin Holmes Farmer. Dissertation title, Meta-community coupled epidemiological and biophysical modeling of an emergent coral disease. Major Professor Dr. Daniel Holstein, being hooded by Dr. Stephen Midway. Congratulations, Dr. Farmer. Caitlin Turner, dissertation title, Reconnecting the River, Upstream Inputs and Downstream Impacts of a Large-Scale Coastal Freshwater Diversion. Major Professor, Dr. Matthew Hyatt. Congratulations, Dr. Turner. Sajad Faizabadi, dissertation title, Nonlinear Hydrodynamics and Connectivity in a River-Dominated Delta under Atmospheric Cold Fronts. Major Professor, Dr. Chunyan Lee, being hooded by Dr. Matthew Hyatt. Congratulations, Dr. Faizabadi. Lee Avery Potter, dissertation title, Biogeochemical Controls on Phosphorus Transport and Legacy Storage across a Coastal Watershed. Major Professor, Dr. John White. Congratulations, Dr. Potter. Please join me in another round of applause for our doctoral graduates. Dr. Kevin Armbrust would like to say a few words regarding the graduates from the Department of Environmental Sciences.
Thank you all and good morning. One of the challenges you always have when we're trying to do these ceremonies is trying to remember the order and avoiding running into one another as we're switching back and forth between departments. But good morning, graduates, families, friends, faculty, and honored guests. For those of you who are maybe unfamiliar with our department, we bridge the fields of humanity and the environment, providing degrees that blend both the natural sciences, policy, and social sciences. Today, we celebrate our graduates and also honor our alumni, leaders driving change across industries, government, academia, and beyond. We are proud to celebrate the graduates, including those receiving the Doctorate of Philosophy, the pinnacle of academic achievement. A PhD signifies years of rigorous study and significant contribution to advancing knowledge, and as Dr. Wilson said, many late hours in the department and the building. There is a mentor-mentee relationship that exists during the student's course of study, and following the granting of the degree, the students are no longer mentors. We now consider them colleagues. And so for those of you with the PhD degree, we welcome you now as colleagues into the field. We also recognize the students earning the Masters of Science degrees, whether through research-focused track or through the career-oriented professional track. Our graduates have demonstrated exceptional dedication to addressing complex environmental challenges. Graduates, you leave here not with just the degree, but with the roots to lead, innovate, and create change in the world as exists today. The challenges ahead are vast, but so are the opportunities. And now you are part of the legacy of alumni stepping forward to solutions for a more sustainable planet. On behalf of the Department of Environmental Sciences, congratulations to the class of 2026. We're incredibly proud of all of you, and we're excited to see the impact that you have on the world in the future. Thank you.
Dr. John White would like to say a few words regarding the graduates from the Department of Oceanography and Coastal Sciences.
Thank you, Bob, and good morning, everyone. It's a distinct privilege to speak with you today as a representative of the Oceanography and Coastal Sciences Department. Our department focuses mostly on coastal and ocean environments, really critical because that's where most of the people live around the world. We want to understand long and short-term impacts on the human, the climate, and marine ecosystems. Our department has had over a 50-year history of research in coastal areas and deep oceans around the globe. We've actually done substantial research on all 7 continents. Today, we are proud to celebrate the graduate students from the department receiving the Doctor of Philosophy. That's really the pinnacle of academic achievement. I also take this opportunity to congratulate all of the students from the college on the rigorous path you have taken that has gotten you to this point here today. Your hard work, your perseverance, your enthusiasm, and your utmost dedication, and now you are ready to graduate and take on the world as an LSU Tiger. Designated as a land, sea, and space grant institution, LSU's mission is to secure, elevate, and advance Louisiana and the world throughout generation, preservation, dissemination, and applications of this knowledge, and cultivation of the arts. We develop students who are prepared, confident, and inspired to achieve great success. These students are you. Except that a little later from now, you will no longer be our students, but graduates of the great flagship institution that will carry on LSU's great legacy into the world outside. I look forward to following the very paths that all of you will be taking as you tackle a world that has ever-emerging environmental problems. Join me again in congratulating our undergraduates, graduate students, PhDs.
All right, graduates, at this time, tradition dictates that you move your tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left to signify your status as a graduate of Louisiana State University. This time I was ready for it, okay? Right? Before we conclude here, I just want to go off script for just 1 second and recognize former Dean Chris Delia, who's sitting here in the front row. Chris was dean for probably 12 or 13 years and really led the college to really significant achievements that we've been trying to carry on and build on. That includes really support of the growing coastal environmental science program you saw here, the research awards, the proposals, the expenditures that support our graduate students, our staff, and our faculty, as well as a new coastal meteorology program that we started here in the fall. Chris retired in January, and so he and his wife, as part of that ceremony, retirement ceremony, I just want to acknowledge, endowed a scholarship for undergraduate students. So Chris, thank you. Okay, so that concludes today's ceremony. Graduates, you are now LSU alumni, and I hope that you will keep a lifelong connection with this great university and the college. On behalf of the entire faculty and staff of the college, let me reiterate how proud we are of you and your achievements. We wish you every success in the future. Now, please join us downstairs for a reception. To go down the stairs, it's right basically underneath the auditorium. So again, congratulations and have a great day. Go Tigers.